glow like a memory of her touch. Where did our good times go? Why did I want too much? Just a fool I know, never learning such. Shadows on the wall, dancing with my ghost. Heard the lonely call of all the love I lost. Standing tall or falling, who pays the final it's told. Empty bottle on the nightstand shelf. Your side of the bed made itself. My books by the door, getting work last night. Phone full of your words, faded in the light. I keep scrolling like it's gonna change. Same sad sentence, different page. Whiskey on my weathered heart, burns going down. Tears fall sharp, love keeps leaving. Bite marks in the dark. Yeah, it hits me, splits me apart. I keep pouring, you keep walking. Same old song, same cold apartment. Whiskey on my weathered heart. You love my trouble more than my truth. Laughed at my stories about my wasted youth. Said I was stubborn, said I was kind. Said you were tired of reading my mind. We fought in the kitchen over nothing at all. You threw your keys, they rattled down the hall. You grabbed your jacket, came and slammed the door. That quiet closing caught me more. Whiskey on my weathered heart, birds going down. Tears fall sharp, love keeps leaving. Bite marks in the dark. Yeah, it hits me, splits me apart. I keep pouring, you keep walking. Same old song, same cold apartments. Whiskey on my weathered heart. Barstool preacher says I'll be fine. Names his regrets one at a time. Says, son, that woman ain't your first scar. I say, she's the one that drove my car. Jukebox humming, some lost regret. Couple in the corner, ain't broken yet. A hand on his sleeve, like you did to me. My throat goes tight, I can barely breathe. I ain't asking for a second chance. I just miss your shadow in my glass. I keep calling, you keep walking, same old song, same cold and popping. Whiskey on my weathered I've been faithful to my bad decisions. Oh, yeah. Every lonely mile, every crooked vision. Tried loving you like a last-ditch prayer. Turned out loud, just watch me swear. I wanted Sunday, soft and quiet. We got Friday nights full of riot. You wanted flowers in the windowsill. I gave you promises and unpaid bills. Now it's late night radio and a busted fan, talking to the ceiling like you'd understand. Your sweatshirt hanging on the kitchen chair smells like heaven that isn't there. I trace your name in the spilled out drink, watch it fade faster than I think. If you ever wonder what you meant to me, this cracked gold glass is your eulogy. Whiskey on my weathered heart, burns going down. Tears fall short, love keeps leaving like marks in the dirt. Yeah, it hits me, splits me apart. I keep pouring, you keep walking, same old song, same cold apartment. Whiskey on my weathered heart. So here's to the nights we almost got it right, to the crooked road that stole our light. If loving you's a bar tab, I can't pay in part. I'll sign it over with my weathered heart. I'll sign it over with my weathered heart. So here's to the night we almost got it right, to the crooked road that stole our light. If loving you's a tab, I can't pay in part. I'll sign it over with my weathered heart. I'll sign it over with my weathered heart. I still set 2 cups on the table, like you might walk back in. Habits die harder than love, that's how this grief begins. Your coat still smells like rain, like nights we couldn't sleep. I don't touch it much these days, but it still touches me. They said time would dull the ache, but it just taught me how to fake being fine. These dark blues sit with me when the room gets too quiet to breathe. They don't ask me to be strong, they just let me break along. I don't run, I don't choose, I just hurt in dark blues. Your laughter lives in empty space between words I never say. I hear you most when no one's here, when the night won't look away. I replay things I didn't do, more than the things I did. Some regrets don't scream or bruise, they whisper then dig in. I learned love ain't always loud, sometimes it's just stay. this too. I'm still here. In dark blue. My usual stool beside her. Said, baby, you look tired. I said, darling, I'm just older, and the years on my back. She laughed into a glass. Said, you ain't seen nothing yet. We traded skies like secrets, names they never meant to keep. She told me about a man who left while she was fast asleep. I told her about a Georgia girl I loved too hard to rest. How I poured my heart out loudly, and it still went ever enough. Whiskey on her lips, truth in her eyes. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the night. Feeling so wrong, it's starting to feel right. Love is a river, I'm stuck on the bridge. If life is a bottle, I'm drinking the dregs. But she tastes like the one good thing I get and lose. Sweet love, hard life, and whiskey blues. Jukebox playing some more story about a woman and a train. She said, funny how the music always sounds a lot like pain. I said, maybe we're just foolish, paying cover at the door for the fates that show in pieces we've been watching since we were born. Her laugh got loud at midnight, the guard came down at 1. By 2 she had my jacket on, saying, I ain't ready to run. She traced my faded tattoo, said, what were you running from? I said, the man I was back then. She said, I didn't join the club. Oh yeah. Misty on her lips, truth in her eyes. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the light. Feeling so wrong, it's starting to feel right. If love is a gamble, I'm losing my chips. If life is a song, I'm forgetting the riffs. But she tastes like the one good thing I'm getting loose. Sweet love, hard life, and whiskey love ain't clean, it's muddy. Tracks across your brand new floor. It don't knock before it enters, it just kicks down every door. Some days it's Sunday morning, coffee, laughter, lazy sheets. Some nights it's slam the cupboard, same things you done with these. We talk dreams like strangers, speak you soft so they don't scare. She wants a little house one day, pants on the windowsill, a chair. We saw one read the paper and doesn't disappear. I said I want the kind of quiet where my shadow stays right here. up to the ceiling, see to the mess we can't undo. She clicked hers into mine, said to the few that make it through. Whiskey on her lips, truth in her lies. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the night, feeling so alone and starting to feel red. And love is a storm, I've lost every roof. His love is a trial, I'm missing the proof. But she tastes like the one good thing I didn't lose. Sweet love, hard life, and a whiskey bronze. I said I'm scared of Sunday quiet, morning sunlight, folded clothes. She said I'm scared of Friday evening, empty tables, going home alone. I said there's this slow surrender. She said love the word excuse. We both smiled in the silence, 'cause we both know the truth. She said write my name in chalk on your old front porch if I see it when I silence, 'cause we both know the truth. She said write my name in chalk on your old front porch if I see it when I'm not left, 'cause we both knew the truth. She said write my name in chalk on your home front porch if I see it when I'm not left. We traded scars like secrets. We traded scars like secrets. Oh, we traded scars like secrets. Scars like secrets. We traded 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 scars like secrets.
I save your seat without knowing why. Like you walk in and say I'm fine. The room still holds your weight, even time won't rearrange. I practiced all the words I'd say if I ever got that day. But the door stayed still and closed, and I learned how silence grows. I thought love could wait its turn, didn't know it burns to learn. These dark blues hold my breath when I think about what's left. They don't tell me I was wrong, they just play the song. I don't fight, I don't choose, I just remember in dark blues. I wear your jacket when it's cold, feels like I'm not alone. Every pocket tells a lie that you're just outside. I don't cry like I should, I just stand comes like nothing changed, like love don't rearrange. People say you'll be okay, like okay means gone someday. I don't need to understand, I just need to feel your hand one more time just to prove this was true. If I had one on this prayer, it wouldn't ask you back here, it just asked forgiveness for the nights I missed. I was learning how to be a man while losing you was the plan I never chose. They just learn my tears. They don't heal, they don't excuse, they just see me through. I don't win, I don't lose, I just love you in dark blue. If love still hears what we say, I hope you know I'll stay. Stopped asking where you went. Some answers hurt too much. I learned to fold your memory like a letter I won't touch. Your name still fits my silence better than any sound. Some people leave your life but never leave you out. I don't chase what's gone, I just live where it belongs. These dark blues sit with me, no judgment, no relief. They don't tell me to move on, they let me stay. I don't shout, I don't choose, I just breathe in dark blues. I see you in the way I pause before I say goodbye. In every honest moment, I don't know why. I don't wish things were different, I just wish I was braver then. Loving you was easy, leaving you was when. Some hearts don't break in two, they just learn to ache quiet. These dark blues know my name, every fault, every shame. They don't leave when I'm confused, they just stay. Dark blues, I don't run, I don't move, I just feel in dark blues. I hope someone holds your hand the way I never did. I hope they say the things I kept locked in. If you ever think of me, I hope it's kind, not as a wound, just as time. I loved you without noise, without demands, without a voice.
dark blues. Some love stays quiet, so it can last.
Ashtray, sunrise on the windowsill. Coffee gone cold, your side still warm. Last night's argument hanging in the air like that coat you never wear anymore. You said, baby, I'm tired of your promises. I laughed it off, then I watched you pack. You walked out slow in my faded shirt, and every step you took I felt it crack. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring. Jukebox crooning in the corner booth, couples dancing, swaying soft and slow. I'm nursing bruises no one can see, smiling at strangers that I don't wanna know. There's lipstick ghosts on my old glass, memories floating in the amber light. Your laugh, your hands on my backseat neck, every wrong I did coming back tonight. Thought I was a wild man born to roam. You were the map that felt like home. Now the road just feels like running from everything I broke. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, yeah. We had blue jeans, back porch summers, bare feet, thunder rolling slow. You traced futures on my freckled shoulder, said promise me you'll never let me go. But late nights turned into later lies. I chased every shadow on the wall. You waited up in that cotton dress till my excuses just stopped coming at all. Now this fool feels like a witness stand. Every bottle's just telling on me. I'll trade every shot in this busted town for one more chance to let you see. Yeah, I got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring. Maybe you're dancing in some quiet kitchen, bare feet tapping on the linoleum floor. Maybe you're learning how to sleep alone, now waiting on my key in the door. I'm playing tough guy in a cloud of smoke, but my hands won't stop that shake. I used to think heartbreak was just a song till I felt that first real break. cigarettes on the table. Another night alone. Whiskey burns my throat. Why'd you leave me, woman? Where'd you go? The blues inside. Sunrise paints the window pane. Another day begins. Still feel your touch. Where do I win? There's a losing game.
son, that woman ain't your first scar. I say, she's the one that drove my car. Jukebox always on lost repair. Couple in the car ain't broken yet. A hand on his sleeve like it did to me. My throat goes tight, I can barely breathe. I ain't asking for a second chance. I just miss your shadow. Soft and quiet, we got Friday nights for the riot. You wanted flowers in the windowsill. I gave you promises and unpaid bills. Now it's late night radio and musty fair, talking to the ceiling like it understands. Your sweatshirt hanging on the kitchen chair smells like heaven that isn't there. I trace your name in the spilled out day. Watch it fade faster than I think. If you ever wonder what you meant to me, this fractal dance is your eulogy. Whiskey on my velvet heart, lights going down, tears for sure. Life keeps leaving bite marks in the dust. Yeah, it hits me, splits me apart. So here's to the nights we almost got it right, to the crooked road that stole our lives. It's loving you's a bobtail, I can't pay it for. I'll sign it over my weathered heart.
Rain writes lines on a shuttered bar. Night knows exactly who we are. I walk slow past borrowed light. Every step feels earned tonight. I don't chase what slipped my hand. I learned laws makes a man. Every truth I couldn't use settled in these dark blues. I've seen love dressed up in flame, burn itself, forget my name. Some endings don't explode, they erode. These dark blues don't break my will, they just teach me still. They don't lie, they don't confuse, they just groove. I don't beg, I don't lose, I stay grounded in dark blues. Jukebox size, a tired tune, same old song, different room. Your memory ain't sharp or sweet, it's just rhythm in my feet. I don't curse what couldn't stay, I let distance have its way. Some men shout, some men bruise, I chose quiet, I chose use. Silence showed me how to see what noise hides easily. You don't need to raise your hand to stand. These dark blues hold my line, never rush, never whine. They don't heal, they don't accuse, they just prove. I don't bend, I don't lose, I move clean in dark blues. Keep on its time, every second draws a line. I don't fight what's nearly done, I let the long night run. Strength ain't fist or borrowed pride, it's walking calm on your own side. I don't scream, I don't bruise, I learned balance from dark blues. If hope knocks, I don't hide, I just let it pass inside. Some doors open once or twice and turn quiet. I ain't empty, I ain't through, just reduced. When the night asks me to choose, I don't refuse. I don't win, I don't lose, I just live in dark blues. Oh, rain, let's go, no cues, same street, dark blues. Empty glass, full ashtray, same old song on replay. You showed up, boots by the door, laughing at smoke like I heard it before. Red lipstick on my best mistakes. You said, boy, how much more can you take? I said, what you choose. If love's gonna hurt, make it whiskey blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slowing loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. Sun too bright, you in my shirt from the night last night. Coffee cold, but your hands were warm. We laughed at the mess and the thunderstorm. You traced the lines on my tired face, said you've been running, babe, from an empty place. I kissed your palm, said I always choose the long way home through the whiskey blues. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels alive. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. You're my last call, first sin, my goodbye, my begin. You're the ache I lean into the storm I keep walking through. You're the card I should not draw, every line I cross in chalk. You're the prayer I half believe, the one I drink and never leave. So take my pride, take my name, scratch your letters in my flame. If love's a tab I can't refuse, I'll pay it singing these whiskey blues. Hey! Years go by, same old bar, same old stool, same old scars, but your laugh still shakes the walls every time I pass life calls. We ain't perfect, we ain't pure, but every fight makes me more sure. I'll trade my heaven for these worn-out shoes, walking beside you through the whiskey blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slow and loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. So pour it slow, let the night run long. Life is short, but this love is strong. If I gotta drown, I'll choose this view. You, my glass, and these whiskey blues. You, my glass, and these whiskey blues. ashtrays full of old fights. Your perfume still on that flannel shirt, hanging where you left last night. You said you're tired of the same old story, me and that bottle in the same old chair. You slammed the door, took your glory, left that echo buzzing in the air. Floorboard creaks in the quiet, like it's laughing at this fool. I've been trading all our Sundays for smoky bars and cheap bar stools. Every promise that I ever poured, you spilled out somewhere on the floor. Now it's me in this glass at midnight, talking to your shadow by the door. I got whiskey on my wedding ring, lipstick on my guilty grin. I keep losing every good thing to the same old sin. Love's a fight and love's a flame. I strike a match and curse your name, but I keep crawling back to you with these whiskey blues. You said, boy, you love your trouble more than you ever loved me. I said, girl, you love your leaving. Guess we both love what we can't keep. There's a picture on the kitchen table, you in white, me in my best. Funny how a little piece of paper can cut deeper than a knife to the chest. I try to change the channel, but every song sounds like your laugh. Every jukebox in this town keeps dragging me back. I got whiskey on my wedding ring, lipstick on my guilty grin. I keep losing every good thing to the same old sin. Love's a road and love's a wreck. Your goodbye tattooed on my neck, but I keep dialing drunk and bruised with these whiskey blues. Bartender knows my story, he just shakes his head and pours. Says, son, you wanna fix it, you can't sleep here on this floor. So I stumble through the screen door sunrise, stained hands, heavy eyes. Every hangover holds a promise that I'll break by Friday night. You're out there finding fresh air, I'm in here breathing smoke. You found peace inside a sunrise, I found comfort in the choke. But I remember how your laughter used to dance across my skin. Now it's just the ice in this glass, tapping time for what might have been. I got whiskey on my wedding ring, lipstick on my guilty grin. I keep losing every good thing to the same old sin. Love's a cage and love's a key. You set it down and walk from me. Now every road leads back to you and these whiskey blues. I could pour this poison out, take that walk to your front door. Say I'm done with chasing shadows, done sleeping on this barroom floor. Would you slam it in my face, pull me in, say start again? Is there a prayer in this disaster, or just a wish at the bitter end? I trace that pale tan line where a ring used to ride. You took yours off in anger, I still twist mine when I lie. Maybe love is just a lesson written crooked across our days. Maybe I'm a slow learner, still reading it the hardest way. I got whiskey on my wedding ring, lipstick on my guilty grin. I keep losing every good thing to the same old sin. Love's a storm and love's a bruise. I wear your name inside my shoes. Every step I feel that truth in these whiskey blues. So here's to all almost all the fights and all the fun, to the way you said you'd save me from myself and from that sun. If you ever feel that midnight creeping lonely through your bones, you know where this fool is sitting. Same bar stool, same old ghosts. Got whiskey on my wedding ring and your memory in my veins. If loving you's a losing, another night alone with myself. Heart ripped down, still beats so slow. Where'd all that fire go? Whiskey stains on my soul, can't make me whole. Love's a lie, a cruel joke, leaves me broke. Her laugh still echoes in this room, fills my head with endless gloom. Said forever a whispered prayer, now just a ghost in the air, chasing shadows, empty hollows. Whiskey stains on my soul, can't make me whole. Love's a lie, a cruel joke, leaves me broke. Sunrise bleeds across the floor, don't wanna feel this anymore. Just numb me out, make it stop. This endless fall from the top. Ashtray cold on the counter, 2 shot glasses, one still warm. Your lipstick print on the bottle like a promise and a warning and one. You're pacing holes in the kitchen, I'm sunk deep in this chair. You say you're tired of my drifting, but you keep running your fingers through my hair. You say, baby, pick a road, you can't be halfway gone. I say, pour another round, let's argue till the dawn. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues, every fight we win and lose. You slam the door, I light the fuse, but I keep coming back to you. It's love and life and whiskey blues, half truth, half excuse. We bruise each other, choose each other every time we're through. Stuck baby, every dream. You say I chase after lightning while you're trying to build a quiet scene. There's a suitcase under the bed still from the last time you swore you'd go. Ticket tucked in your pocket, you were halfway to the door when the tears began to show. You said, baby, I need more than your bar stool point of view. I said, all I've got are stories, but they all end up at you. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues. Every choice we overuse. You draw the line and cut it loose, then tie it back around us too. Yeah, it's love and life and whiskey blues. Sweet firm bitter truth. We curse each other, nurse each other like some worn out bruise. Living in love like whiskey blues with you. I've seen your halo crooked, I've watched your halo fall. I've kissed your shaking shoulders when you couldn't stand at all. You watched me lose my temper, you watched me lose my nerve. You helped me when my chances crashed hard, got what they deserve. We are saints in cheap leather, we are sinners in good shoes. We are Sunday morning quiet and Saturday wrecked and used. If this ain't worth the wreckage, if this ain't worth the pain, why do we keep meeting at that same old window pane? For the love and life and whiskey blues, every scar a little muse. We drain the glass, we change the tune, but the same old feeling pulls us through. Yeah, it's love and life and whiskey blues. Raw nerve, tender proof. We break each other, make each other brand new, then use. Dancing these love life whiskey blues with you. Clock says 1:45. Your eyes say one more try. You're wearing that faded jacket I bought you in July. You traced my name on the table in a ring of watered rye. You whisper, I ain't leaving, I just like to hear you ask me why. You say, baby, I'm your shadow, even when I disappear. I laugh, you're my favorite trouble, my favorite souvenir. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues. Every vow we've been reused. We're shot glass saints with worn out shoes, still choosing what we're gonna lose. Yeah, it's love and life and whiskey blues. Road rash, tender bruise. We fight like hell, then fall like fools in the same still lower my voice at night, like you're asleep nearby. Old habits don't need reasons, they just refuse to die. Your side of the room feels colder, even in summertime. Funny how absence can feel heavier than goodbye. I thought I learned to forget, but I just learned to live with it. These dark blues don't chase the pain, they let it stay. They don't tell me to be strong, they let me be. I don't run, I don't choose, I just stay with dark blue. I hear your name in crowded rooms, and my heart still turns. Not because I want you back, but because some things burn. I don't hate the life I have, I just miss who I was. When loving you felt simple, before fear made it hard. Some love doesn't break or end, it just changes shape. These dark blues know my truth. Everything I couldn't do, they don't leave when I'm confused, they just stay. Dark blues, I don't beg, I don't move, I just breathe in dark blues. Sometimes I wonder if you know how much you changed me. Not with words or promises, but quietly. I carry you in how I listen, in how I pause. Now I hold back saying things I would have said before. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it again. Not for how it ended, but for who I was back then. I don't need forgiveness now, I just need to say you mattered in a way that never goes away. left your boots by the doorway, your coat on my kitchen chair. You laughed, said you'd only stay a moment, then months piled up everywhere. We burned our eggs on a Tuesday, kissed black coffee off our lips. You traced a promise on my shoulder, then you let it nearly slip. I watch you dance in my mirror, wearing my old flannel shirt, bare feet on the busted hardwood. You said love's supposed to hurt. We talk kids, we talk leaving, we talk running out of time. You poured your heart in my glassware, mixed your mess with mine. Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. Some days we're slow dancing, some days we're hanging by a thread. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. You got your scars from your father, I got these lines from the night. We fought about the bills and the weather, who was wrong, who was half right. You slammed the door, I lit a candle, talked to the empty room, said if this is all that love is, why do I still make space for you? Remember that cheap motel outside Houston, neon buzzing like a fly. We didn't sleep, just told our secrets till the clocks ran out of lies. You cried about your first heartbreak, how you swore you'd never stay. But there you were, ink on my shoulder, spelling out my name. Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. Some nights we burn like summer, some nights we're colder than the dead. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. We say forever in the morning, by evening we're halfway packed. Suitcase full of almost leaving keys, toss them, we take them back. We're too proud to ask forgiveness, too tired to start again. But when the room gets quiet, you still reach for my hand. I caught you staring at the doorway, like the past was coming in. I poured a shot, slid it over, said, tell me where you've been. You said, I'm scared of the sunlight, I'm scared of dying slow. I said, I'm scared you'll wake up someday and finally let me go. We made a church out of this bedroom, with the blankets of stained glass, preaching promises at midnight, praying they might last. Your hair smelled like every season, rain and smoke and May. I memorized that mixture in case you slipped away. Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. We keep on losing our patience, we keep on finding it again. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hand. walking where you stand. Years stack up like dishes, sink full but we still sing. We ain't fixed all of our damage, but we got circles on our ring. We missed some trains in the station, caught a few by accident. We never turned into perfect, just a little more decent. So here's to cracked up mornings, to late night honest fights, to all the times we almost ended, still holding on by sunrise. I'll take your silence and your thunder, your crooked smile at 2 a.m. If loving you is the trouble, I'll pour that trouble again. Hey! Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. We toast to all our failures like they were blessings instead. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. Lipstick on a napkin, phone number and a dare. Our small town Saturday, loud laugh, long hair. We burned through that little bar till the bartender killed the light. You said love's just borrowed trouble, I said pour me one more night. We moved in by the train tracks, second floor paper thin walls, shared a mattress and a kettle, and a dream too big for those halls. You'd paint till 3 in the morning, I'd hum chase chords out of tune. 2 kids building up a kingdom out of coffee stains in June. Love is a whiskey on your shoulder, warms you up then pulls you under, burns like summer, hits like thunder. You hold tight but it runs right through. We keep dancing on this border between forever and disorder. child. That night you missed my showtime, I missed the train back home. Two people in the same old city, feeling twice as alone. I found you on the rooftop, bare feet on the concrete cold. You said, I'm scared I'll wake up 40 and this story's never told. I said, baby, we all writing it, every bruise and every bruise. You laughed and cried in the same breath, said, I pick you, I choose this truth. Love is a whiskey on your shoulder, warms you up, then pulls you under. Burns like summer, hits like thunder. You hold tight, but it runs right through. We keep dancing on this border between forever and disorder. Raise that glass and toast the wonder of getting lost, getting found in you. We ain't saints, we ain't sinners, we're the space between the two. Oh yeah! We're that last sip in the bottle that you swear is just for you. We're the fight over the dishes, then the kiss against the sink. We're the leave me the hell alone, and the baby, don't you dare blame. Oh yeah! You say, this love is killing me. I say, it keeps me alive. You say, we're just bad habit. I say, we're reason to survive. You say, maybe we should slow down. I say, maybe that's the key. Then you pour one more confession, slide that glass right back to me. Hey! Love is a whiskey on your shoulder, warms you up, then pulls you under. Burns like summer, hits like thunder. You hold tight, but it runs right through. We keep dancing on this border between forever and disorder. Raise that glass and toast the wonder of getting lost, getting found in you. So here's to all our wrong turns, all our late night taxi prayers, to the days we almost lost it, but still chose to stay right there. If love's a whiskey on my shoulder, I'll wear that burn like something true. Let it sting, let it steady every time I lean on you. Oh Neon bleeds on a wet back street. Every shadow knows my feet. I don't rush, I don't stall. Time bends, you've seen it all. Your name sits quiet in my chest, not sharp, not heavy, just unrest. I don't dig through old truths, I already paid my dues. I learned early how to stay when love learns how to walk away. Some lessons don't come loud, they come proud. These dark blues don't pull me low, stripes-coated silence, like it's reading my spine. I don't flinch, I don't hide. I learn pieces on my side. Strength ain't loud, it's composed. It's every bridge you never burn. I don't chase what's confused. I walk clean through dark blues. If love's a flame, I kept the scar. Didn't worship, didn't bar. Some fires teach you how to see in low degrees. I ain't empty, I ain't cold, just finally in control. These dark blues don't fade or shine, they just match my line. When the night asks me to choose, I don't refuse. I don't rise, I don't lose. I remain in dark blues. Street goes still, no cues. Same walk, dark blue. Empty glass, full ashtray, same old song on replay. You showed up, boots by the door, laughing and smoke like I'd heard it before. Red lipstick on my best mistakes. You said, boy, how much more can you take? I said, pull up a chair, pour what you choose. If love's gonna hurt, make it whiskey blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slowing down through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through, baby. If my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey blood. Whiskey blue. We danced crooked on a crooked floor. You stole my breath, then you asked for more. Neon buzzing, but I watched your eyes. All my bad habits in a good disguise. You said I'm trouble wrapped in lace, a long slow fall you can't erase. I tip my glass to your worn out shoes. Said trouble's my type and my type is blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, Sun too bright, you in my shirt from the night last night. Coffee cold, but your hands were warm. We laughed at the mess and the thunderstorm. You traced the lines on my tired face, said you've been running, babe, from an empty place. I kissed your palm, said I always choose the long way home through the whiskey blues. Every promise tastes like fire, every kiss a spinning room. I keep lighting my desire like a match that knows its doom. Oh yeah, love hits hard like a midnight train, slowing loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through, baby. If my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey blues. Whiskey blues, you're my last call, first sin, my goodbye and my begin. You're the ache I lean into, the storm I keep walking through. You're the card I should not draw, every line I cross in chalk. You're the prayer I believe, the one I drink and never leave. So take my pride, take my name, scratch your letters in my flame. If love's a tab I can't refuse, I'll pay it singing these whiskey blues. Hey! Years go by, same old bar, same old stool, same old scars, but your laugh still shakes the walls every time my past life calls. We ain't perfect, we ain't pure, but every fight makes me more sure. I trade my heaven for these worn-out shoes, walking beside you through the whiskey blues. Yeah. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slowing loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through, baby. If my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey. Whiskey blue. Oh, let it break with whiskey. Whiskey blues. So pour it slow, let the night run long. Life is short, but this love is strong. If I gotta drown, I'll choose this view. You, my glass, and these whiskey blues. You, my glass, and these whiskey blues. Empty bottles clinking, echoes in my head. Another night of thinking, words unsaid. This ain't no love song, honey, just the blues